So in my last video, I argued that we can't argue anybody into faith because faith is trust. Faith is trust, not logic, and not, most importantly, faith is not certainty. Faith can be more logical, it can be more emotional, it can be more experiential. And what I want to talk about in this video is, so what actually is faith? So I think that one of the best definitions we have is from Hebrews, and in Hebrews you have what some people have called the Hall of Faith, which I think is Hebrews 11, and it gives a definition there that faith is the evidence of things hoped for, the evidence of something that you can't see right in front of your eyes. And then the Apostle Paul gives the definition of, he's not really defining faith, but I think it works as a definition. He says we walk by faith, not by sight. So he's contrasting what is obvious physically to our eyes versus what we believe and trust in. So what is faith? So I think one of the easiest ways to talk about faith is Abram, who was later renamed Abraham. And he is the founder of, and not the founder in the sense that he created them, but all three of the Abrahamic faiths look back to him. That would be Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. And in the biblical story, God comes to Abram and says, hey, leave the place that you live and go to this place that you've never seen before. And I'm promising you that you're going to have kids. Even at an advanced age, you're going to have kids. And their kids, and your basically your family that comes after you is going to be as numerous as the stars in the sky and the sand on the beach. And I think that when you look at that picture, that gives us a really good nutshell of what faith is, which is my working definition of faith is taking God at his word. So God says, do this or do that, or don't do this or don't do that, or this is who I am. And then faith is like how do we build that into our life? How do we orient our life around that? And I think that's the heart of it. And the heart of it is that you can have a million different reasons. You can have evidence, you can have logic, you can have emotions, you can have the testimony of others, whatever all those different things are that go into it for you personally. But at the end of the day, faith is taking God at his word. And I said in the previous video, I think that part of living a life of faith is that when you are truly trusting God, if God does not deliver on his promises, or God is not true to who he says that he is, then to use kind of the words of Apostle Paul, like, of all people, I'm the most miserable. I'm a fool. And I think that's part of what faith is staking your future and also your present on trusting God and God's character and God's word. And to a lesser degree, but still very important, also trusting God's people in the community of faith. So I hope this is a helpful definition for you. But what is faith? Faith is not something you can physically grab onto with your hands, something you can see with your physical eyes. It is trusting God. And at the end of the day, there is no way around. It is choosing to trust God and trust his word and trust his promises. And if you have any comments, feel free to leave them on the Facebook page, or you can also go to hardknockfaith.com and send me a message using the contact page. God bless and have a great week.